some information, evidence-based strategies and questions that you can use to improve your daily life, daily functioning, and your mental well-being. And we've been discussing about overthinking, how overthinking may cause challenges in your daily life and what you can do about it. And today we will continue to discuss these questions. If your mind sometimes refuses to slow down, and maybe you are noticing that you are replaying conversations over and over again, and even if you are aware that this is not being helpful for you, and if you want to decrease overthinking or rumination, sometimes it can be difficult because as you try to suppress emotions and feelings and thoughts, they might come with a greater power. So trying to suppress feelings, not to think, may even cause more thinking. So what you can do instead is to accept these thoughts and noticing your thoughts, stepping back and trying to absorb your thoughts can help to decrease the impact of them and hold on of them over you. So one of the steps you can take is if you are, for instance, walking or about to sleep, finding a silent place and sitting with yourself and noticing yourself and noticing your thoughts and absorbing your thoughts from distance can be one of strategies of understanding yourself better. And as I have previously mentioned, most of thoughts are automatic, and having automatic thoughts is a sign of being human, and all of us have automatic thoughts, but we can learn how to respond to these thoughts differently, and we can choose secondary reactions. For instance, if you have a thought, what if people would judge me? Maybe you don't have a choice to control the first thought. You cannot delete the first thought, but once you notice it, you can decide how you are going to respond to this thought. So you are not alone. Everybody might have automatic thoughts and rumination, and the first step towards changing the situation goes through noticing these patterns, rumination, and deciding for yourself what are you going to do with these thoughts and what you want instead, and also thinking about what you would be doing if you were not in your head so much. If you were not overthinking, what might be different for you and what change you want to see. Maybe you could have more time to spend with your family or with your friends, or maybe you could make use of this time more in a useful manner for you that would help you to achieve your goals. And also deciding which areas of your life are important. Maybe you want to improve your health, for instance, or relationships, or you want to improve your skills, education, career, and then setting small goals, like smallest goals that you want to achieve, might help to decide what you can do, how you can use that time that you were spending by overthinking. And the fact is that overthinking doesn't help anyone. It just drains your energy, makes you even more stressed, and even more stressed, and make it more difficult for you to relax. And therefore noticing these patterns that in the long run this is not being helpful for you can help you to inspire to do something different, to try something different. And so why your brain keeps overthinking? It's because our minds are designed in a manner to protect us from possible threats, and overthinking is an attempt to control the situation, to find a solution. And according to research, overthinking increases as anxiety increases, as worries or stress increases. So in a manner, your mind is trying to protect you from possible dangers. It's trying to find solutions for you to solve the problem. And once you notice that thinking too much about the problem is not being helpful, because most of the time we are thinking about things that we cannot solve. So focusing on factors that we can control and taking small steps towards things we can control, we can change, might also help you to feel relieved and to feel less stressed. As a result, might help to decrease overthinking. So for instance, if you are about to sleep and if you notice that you are thinking over and over again, replaying conversations, thinking about solutions. And if it lasted for quite long, don't stay in bed. Go into different room, writing down your thoughts, or reading something, or doing anything that helps you to calm down your mind might help you to go to sleep better. And according to research, it also, as you stay at the same place in bed, it will be more challenging for you to go to sleep. So kind of distracting yourself and noticing your thoughts, changing your environment can help to decrease rumination at that point. So what is overthinking? Thinking about the problem is not the problem. Thinking is actually one of brain's greatest strengths, and thinking helps us to generate solutions. But the problem here is that thinking loses control, and overthinking usually shows in two ways. First of them, it can be replaying the past. Why did I say that? Why did I sound stupid? Did they misunderstand me? Or it might be related with the future, and maybe you might have some questions. What if something goes wrong? What if I fail? What if people judge me? So in both situations, you are either in the future or in the past. However, change is happening and life is happening in the present moment. And as we stay in the future or in the past, we are actually losing the chance to live, losing the chance to use our energy, our time, our efforts efficiently. Therefore, also bringing yourself to present moment, noticing, for instance, what's around you, noticing or asking yourself at that moment, for instance, we have discussed about areas that you want to improve, areas that you want to change, to add novelty or change. So once, if you have decided, for instance, that you want to improve your health, each time when you notice overthinking, you can accept it as a turning point, as a button that you can press and start doing something for your health. For instance, once you catch yourself with these thoughts, instead of reacting to these thoughts or thinking whether they are true or not, you can simply take action towards the field that you have decided as important for you. For instance, if it was your health, thinking about healthy food and taking steps towards cooking a healthy food, or taking a walk or stretching might help to distract your attention to break this cycle of overthinking, and also might help you to improve your mood, because oftentimes you would notice if you constantly thinking about the same things over and over again, it's not being useful for you. It impacts your mood and consequently your behavior. So choosing to do something different, something else than overthinking might help to break this cycle and shift your energy, your time, your attention towards things that you want to achieve, you want to do. So for instance, what are some patterns that you have? What are some topics that you are overthinking, and is this being helpful for you? And if you could replace it with something else, what would you like to do instead, and what difference might it cause for you and people around you if you were able to respond to these thoughts differently? And deciding about it in advance, making plans might help you to be more successful with breaking the cycle of rumination at that point when you will have uncomfortable thoughts, and or you will find yourself overthinking again. So while you are ruminating, it's also called rumination when you overthinking. Your mind chooses the same thought again and again, and it never reaches the solution. And your brain is actually trying to protect you, as we have already said, and this is protective mechanism of your brain. So accepting this fact might also help you to calm down and to stop blaming yourself that you are thinking so much, and to understand that this is just normal way how human brain works, and to approach yourself with compassion, with kindness, and to cooperate with yourself actually towards the goals that you want to achieve. So your brain actually tries to protect you, and sometimes it does it in a wrong way and in an excessive way. So your brain's primary goal is not happiness as you would like to be happy, but its primary goal is survival. And knowing this information might help you to approach the situation, to normalize the situation, and to find different strategies, different coping styles for yourself. For instance, if someone replies late to your messages, maybe your mind is thinking, did I say something wrong? Are they upset with me? But the reality could simply be that they are busy, or they don't have time at that point, or they are trying to complete something. So in that sense, for instance, overthinking might not be helpful for you. It might be negatively impacting your relationships, and instead of replaying these thoughts over and over again, taking an action might help you to break the cycle. For instance, leaving a message, I wanted to connect with you, are you okay, would help you to stop overthinking in that sense. And overthinking generally arises when uncertainty is present, and the brain feels uncertainty with stories. Sometimes these stories are exaggerated, or they can be as in the form of mind reading, exaggerating, fortune telling, and noticing these patterns would help to find new perspectives, to search for alternative perspectives and solutions towards whatever your mind is trying to tell you. For instance, if you would try to ask your mind different questions, you would notice that it would find solutions all the time. All the time there would be a reply. But however, everyone's thoughts are formed as a result of experiences they had, as a result of whatever they have lived with, whatever they have read, heard, and everyone's responses would be shaped according to their experiences, thoughts, emotions. And this doesn't mean that every thought that we have has to be the truth. And remembering this fact that our brains are designed to keep us safe and try to avoid from possible threats might help to find more realistic alternative views towards thoughts that we have. And as I have already mentioned, deciding for yourself what kind of life you want to have, how you want to make use of that time that we're using for rumination, seeing yourself and your thoughts from distance, and taking small steps, making plans towards how you want to make use of this time for rumination, and how you want to respond to these initial thoughts might help you to decrease and to break the cycle of rumination. So overthinking gives you an illusion of control, because like one of the reasons of overthinking is try to help you to find control, to feel in control. However, in the contrary, when you are overthinking, actually you are losing control, you are losing your time, you are losing your precious life, and it feels like you think about something long enough, you will solve it, but in reality you just keep thinking more. And in therapy we call this the hamster wheel of the mind, and hamster keeps running but it goes nowhere. So deciding where you want to go, setting your goals, what you want to achieve, and asking yourself which skills do you need to achieve this outcome, and what was helping you in the past, or what other people are using, which strategies are they using to achieve this outcome, and might help to generate real solutions and practical strategies that you can use to achieve those goals. For instance, if you have some thoughts as I'm not good enough, once you step back and once you notice the thought, you would understand that this is not a fact, it's just a thought, and becoming aware that this is not a reality, just a thought, might help you to respond to these thoughts differently. Imagine if you truly believe that you are incapable or you are a failure, this would impact your mood and your behavior. Maybe you would stop trying, maybe you would stop taking risks. But however, when you remind yourself that this is just a thought, you would respond to it differently, and it might have less impact on you, and you still have more freedom and psychological resilience to take action even when you have these uncomfortable thoughts. So you can say, my mind is telling me that the thought that I'm not good enough, and this small shift can reduce the power of your thought and help you to take action even in the presence of uncomfortable thoughts. And bringing your attention to the present moment, as we have discussed. If you notice that your mind is wandering either in the past or in the future, reminding yourself what was important for you right now, which field of your life was important, and taking small steps, intentionally taking steps towards whatever is important for you at that point, would help to train your brain, muscles of your brain. And each time you do this, you redirect your attention, you are creating more neural pathways, and by time it will get for you easier to redirect your attention towards what matters and towards present moment. So overthinking is not a personality trait. You don't need to criticize or blame yourself. It's a mental habit, and all habits can be changed, and your brain can relearn. And the good news is that there are a lot of strategies, coping strategies that you can find, you can use to decrease overthinking, and even which thoughts you have about this challenge. Knowing all this might help you to calm down and to approach the learning process, to embrace yourself with kindness, with compassion, and to feel less stressed while you are trying to learn about these skills. I hope this video was helpful for you. If you enjoyed it, don't forget to share with other people, and if you have any questions, you are always welcome to ask your questions in the comments. See you in the next videos.